welcome to Soulful Sunday, your weekly channeled message for the upcoming week of November 14th to November 20th. So let's get into it. A couple different messages from Spirit today. First theme that's definitely going to be coming up for a lot of us this week is forgiveness of self. There's a lot of, as we continue to up-level and we have these moments of self-awareness and healing and spontaneous energetic integrations, we are also going to be having old memories come up for us, times when we didn't show up as our highest selves, and we've all done and said things that have not been for the highest good for others and for ourselves. So taking some accountability is important, but there's a balance between taking accountability for your actions and beating yourself up for things. So if we're able to get to this place now where we can observe these things that we've done or said in the past, and we can detach from them in a neutral way and integrate them into the white light, that requires forgiveness of self, but also forgiveness of others if you feel like you are ready to step into that so that you are able to move forward. So forgiveness of self and others is the first message that's coming through for this week. Second message, a little bit related. So old patterns, habits, beliefs, and past versions of yourself might be coming up this week. Things that you thought that you've healed or integrated or dealt with, or thoughts that you haven't had for years, or beliefs that you haven't had for years, and you thought that you've moved past all that. And this week, if they're coming up for you, the message is not to be discouraged by that. It is, I hear the words final clearing. There is a final clearing happening for a lot of us individually, but also on a collective level. So, and there's no need to try to suppress these old versions of yourself, or these old habits or beliefs or actions. But the Spirit is encouraging us to welcome them. Don't shame them or suppress them. Welcome them. Allow that past version of yourself to come sit beside you on the bench. Wrap your arm around them. Tell them that you love them. You understand why they want to protect you, and you're thankful for that, and why they're doing the things that they're doing. But then also remind them of all of the growth that has happened, and that you're ready to integrate and move forward with them by your side, but also leaving behind what no longer serves. So that is a very powerful message coming through. Third message, so this is just a phrase that I heard and I wrote this down. Choose your light, choose your timeline. So there are always active timelines happening at any point right now, especially right now during this evolution of consciousness. But we're being guided and reminded to choose our light. So choosing your inner light, choosing how you want to anchor into yourselves and your light, and how you want to show up in your life effectively and simultaneously helps you to choose your timeline too. So holding the highest timeline possible for the highest good of all involved. How do you do that? By choosing to show up every day in your light and doing the work that needs to be done, which a lot of you, especially if you're watching this channel, have been doing. So thank you for being here, thank you for showing up, and thank you for doing the work. I also feel like there is a big collective sacral chakra healing happening right now, not only last week, but also moving into this week. So be kind to your sacral chakras. Breathe in gold, breathe out orange, and imagine that in the sacral chakra area. You can Google the chakras if you're not sure what I'm talking about, if you want to know the location of it. And it's basically above the base of the spine and sort of where your sexual reproductive organs are. That is the energy of the sacral chakra. That's where it is located in the body. So when we breathe in gold and we breathe out orange and we send healing to this area, we connect with the frequency of orange, the healing frequency of orange, and the healing frequency of gold, which helps to purify, cleanse, balance, and transmute. Those are the messages from Spirit this week. So forgiveness of self and others, old patterns, habits, beliefs, past versions of yourself, welcoming them, not shaming them, choose your light, choose your timeline, and sacral chakra healing. That is 4 messages for this upcoming week. And we're also going to do a card pull. So I'm going to be using this deck, the Psychic Tarot by John Holland. Classic. It's one of my favorites. So I'm going to shuffle these cards a little bit. Just ask, is there anything else? Any other messages for the collective? Oh, a bunch of cards just flew out. Interesting. All right. Burn a little bit. So, first card that flew out is the Hope card. So I really see this as hope. Remember, we going back to choose your light, choose your timeline. This is what happens when we anchor into our light and we choose our light and these light timelines. There is hope. There is a lot of hope. There are a lot more of us than is perceived to be that are holding the light and standing in their truth and helping with this evolution. So hope is a big, big underlying energy. It's almost like I feel like it's like a current. I'm seeing an electrical current underneath the ground going all throughout the earth. So there is an underlying current of hope happening for the earth at this time. Financial and material changes. I mean, this card obviously is not saying that all of us are going to win the lottery this week, but what I see this is actually a continuation on the timeline thing. So I see all of these different lines and directions here. So these are all of the active timelines, and it's actually very symbolic to the picture of the hand here. So all of these timelines that we can choose for ourselves and to go into are actively at our fingertips at any moment, any different timeline, just at our fingertips. And how do we choose these timelines or navigate them? By holding our light frequency and standing in our truth. And at any moment in time, it's like the world is your oyster. You can just jump and choose to hold your light and choose to believe in a higher timeline. Next card, partnerships and alliances. I really see this card as an integration between the dark and the light. Things do need to get more chaotic before they get better, of course, but I really feel like there's a lot more partnerships and collaborations happening between human beings. Maybe not so much this week, or more than it appears to be this week, but I see this more actually like as a kind of an energetic projection for the next couple of months. A lot more people are going to be coming together in the face of all of this chaos and noise and nonsense that we've been navigating with the news and everything. A lot more people are really tuning out, tuning in, and going to be connecting with each other, which is really great and goes back to that first card of hope. So people that have different opinions coming together, unity consciousness, that's what I'm feeling from this card. Last card, this card says emotional withdrawal. A lot of us do feel quite apathetic, lethargic, over it, gray, blah, like energy fields. So I encourage you this week, and Spirit encourages you this week, to really go within. So going within and meditating and disconnecting from social media and the news and everything else. That is how you're really going to navigate this week and to do that sacral chakra healing that we talked about earlier. But yeah, I just feel like going within, connecting to your higher self and your truth. That is something we could all do. I know I could use a little bit more of as well. All right, so those are your messages for this week. I hope that was helpful. If it resonated, please like, share, comment below, and I will see you back here next Sunday for next week's channeled messages. Ciao.